Thanks for clicking the link and taking a few minutes out of your day to learn more about the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence. The 16 Days of Activism Against Gender-Based Violence is an annual international campaign that starts on the 25th of November, which is the International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women, and ends on the 10th of December, Human Rights Day. Throughout this time, organisations and individuals are asked to seek out information about abuse, violence and injustices that women and girls face in our own communities and across the globe, to share that information and to support the learning of others, and also commit ourselves to actions that will contribute to the improved conditions for women and girls. Gender-based violence against women and girls is preventable, but it will take all of us working together to make that happen. The theme this year is Orange the World, End Violence Against Women Now. So wear some orange, change your laptop home screen to the 16 Days logo, use your social media to spread the word, and help us make a difference. So what is gender-based violence, or GBV? GBV is when abuse and violence is directed at an individual based on their biological sex or gender identity. Across the world, women and girls experience GBV at staggering rates. 6 women every hour is killed by a man, most often by a man in their family or even their intimate partner. In Australia, 1 woman a week is killed by her partner or former partner in an incident of domestic violence, and almost 10 women a day are hospitalised after an assault from an intimate partner. Domestic violence is the most significant threat to women and girls in Australia today. 1 in 3 women in the world will experience physical or sexual violence from the age of 15 at least once in their lifetime, and this doesn't include the women and girls who are victims of sexual exploitation or harassment. The work we are doing as a community to make women and girls safer needs to continue and escalate in response to the increased risk they now face due to the impacts of COVID-19, which has reduced the access to education for many girls across the world, impacted on employment options, and for many women experiencing domestic abuse, it has increased their abusers' control over them, escalated the level of violence they experience, and decreased their access to help. Domestic violence is a serious risk to women's safety and well-being, and it is a gender crime because predominantly, but not exclusively, impacts women. For many, the words domestic violence means physical violence, but domestic violence is much more than that. While conflict can occur in all relationships, it is the abuser's belief that they should have more power and control in the relationship that defines DV. Many victims experience stalking, verbal abuse, threats of violence, property destruction, or threats to harm pets or others, have their clothing and other aspects of their lives controlled, are not allowed to see friends or family, and have no access to their own income. They feel unsafe, helpless, and often too terrified to try and leave. Abuse doesn't always include physical violence, but the psychological impacts of all abuse can be devastating. So, how can you help raise awareness about the staggering level of violence women and girls experience? What support can you offer a victim? This year's theme for the 16 Days of Activism is Orange the World, End Violence Against Women and Girls Now. Grab yourself something orange to wear and start a conversation. Speak up if you see or hear disrespect or abuse taking place. Silence supports the person using the abuse. Letting a victim of violence know that you are there to help them, that you believe them, and that you will support them can make all the difference. Share information with others. Education is key to understanding abuse and freeing our communities from it. When we openly share our non-violent views and promote respect, we send a message out into the workplaces and our communities about what we will not tolerate. If you need help because you are experiencing abuse or because your own behaviour worries you, reach out for support. There are services available to talk things through and support you. These same services can also offer advice on how you can support someone you know who may be struggling with abuse in their relationships. Screenshot this slide and keep the numbers handy. seek more information to be able to do more. Equip yourself and those around you with the knowledge to be able to help your friends, family, and workmates. Empowering yourself to take a stand is how we work together to create safer, healthier, and happier communities for everyone. The voice of men is critical in this work. We know most men agree that women and girls should be free to make their own choices and live a life free from abuse. Be a partner in prevention and use your positive influence to create positive conversations around women that support diversity at work and safety in homes. Toolbox Talks is a program of the Family Co, a service with over 30 years working with people impacted by violence. Our organisation is committed to supporting individuals and families recover from trauma, and we bring our knowledge into our workplace education sessions. With this small snippet from us, we hope we have helped shed some light on why the 16 days of activism is important. Get in touch with us to learn more so we can do more to prevent violence together.